Welcome to ECNTRADE Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. The fallout of the SVB and Signature Bank continue to rattle markets as the dollar sank lower and now trades near the key point level of 103.20. The markets have found further momentum. Looking at the Australian dollar, we can view that the challenge of 66, 65, 75 was contested but not cleared. However, the market is still a little bit mixed at this level due to the RSI. Although positive, the MACD has not married up. Therefore, we could see further risks of a reversal from here. But that being said, it all depends on the US dollar. If the market does break the 103, that could see a fall back to the region of 100 to 101, which would ignite a further rally on towards 68 cents. So do keep a very close watch on this level of 66, 65, 75, as the break would ignite the move. But if the dollar does sustain, then we may see this pullback eventually reach the shores of 65 cents. But in light of the pattern, it really depends on if the MACD can break above the zero axis and marry up with the RSI to support the case, along with 66, 65, 75 breaking. Euro, well, the market rallied on and now looks towards the level around 107. Let me just raise this a little bit. 107, 60, 65. The market's still very much hesitant to proceed further due to the fact that the dollar hasn't broken down, and also eyes do turn to the ECB rate decision this week. Along with that, we do have the US CPI report as well. So there is still many factors in terms of can the euro rally. And if the dollar does reject, like previously from the lows of 101, that we see a rejection from 103, then this would put further guidance back to the downside for the euro and look back towards the base around 105. But if we can see a continuation due to the fact of the break of 107.15 and a clearance of 107.60, 65, then it does give further scope in towards 108 to 109. With the dollar-yen factor breaking down further, the market is now looking towards its objective, which is seen around 132.2040. If so, that may see renewed bullish interest. As we can see, there was a challenge briefly there overnight and found good demand. As we can see here, very whipsaw price action, not too far away from a spinning bottom. I'm not going to get bearish towards this base unless I see the dollar break through 103. This would give further guidance for the bears to take the market lower down towards the 129.80 region. The pound found renewed footing as it now contests the level around 121.60.80. Not a clear break, and as you can see from the whipsaw price action we've seen here, it is a very significant level. But what I can see as one takeaway is the RSI has married up to the MACD and therefore can see further gains. But I'm a little bit cautious in coming out with that call due to the fact is that we've got here very quickly from 118 to 121, a 350 point rally roughly, and the market may actually give away some of these gains and look back for a pullback, that is, towards a base around 120 to 120.40. The 3-day rally for gold, well, the market is now contesting the resistance seen around 1,914. If that level breaks, then stops will be triggered and we may see another rally on to as far as 1,960. I wasn't really supportive in this current rally, and I still am not, due to the fact is although safe haven demand seems to be coming back into the market due to the recent risks, that is, from the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank, SVB. However, with the joint statement from the US Treasury and the Federal Reserve announced a range of measures to stabilize the banking system and said depositors at SVB would have access to their deposits on Monday, the market may find that a little bit of cooling will come back in, as in easing the topside rally away from the top 1,914 to back to around 1,866. Wrapping up with oil, the market was very whipsawed overnight, and after taking out the challenge to the downside, contested 72.50.80 and rejected, but we're not out of that zone yet due to the fact that we've got a trend in ADX, and also we've got the RSI marrying up to the MACD, which could see a revisit to the bottom side of this range, but I'm not negative from this area, as we may see another bounce. Well, that's a wrap for the morning. Thank you very much for joining me, and as always, look out for the intraday report, and hope you enjoy the great start to the day.